You said 28 vocational schools throughout all of Estonia. How many in Tallinn? 20% of the schools are here.
Yes.
And the rest?
And the other are, because we have had a lot of vocational schools in 90s, almost 100.
And they closed many of them, right?
Yes.
Why did they close them? Because reduction in population?
We put them together.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Because we reformed all the network of schools.
Right.
And there were different small schools. For example, in Tartu, there was 4 schools.
Right.
And we put them together, and now it's very big center. Because there were separate. One school for cookers, other school for builders.
Okay, I got you. Now they're together, right?
And now it is a big center. And if after that, if we have had reformed the school network, then we got a lot of European money, and then we started to renew all the buildings and such kind of things.
Right. What percentage of the students 15, coming out of lower secondary school, what percentage go to upper secondary or vocational? Maybe 25?
It is one third.
About a third, 30%.
One third, yes. 30. It is during 15 years almost the same percent. It is 26 or 30.
Something like that.
Yes.
And in Finland it's about 50%.
Yeah.
So why do you think it's more popular in Finland than here?
Yes, because it is. I said that maybe it is more the problem of our parents, because they all said our parents want
the kids to go to university.
Yes.
It's like a cultural.
Yes, and maybe what is interesting in Estonia, more and more young people who were certificated in higher education, they go to vocational school after that. And this percent is growing.
Is that because they're having a hard time finding a job?
It depends.
Yeah.
Because, for example, they studied philosophy, and now you need to work somewhere.
You can be a teacher. That's about it.
But where?
Could you even couldn't even be a teacher of philosophy, right? Maybe,
yeah.
But not too many jobs.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. They get these degrees, they go out there and they can't find jobs, so then they return for something that's more marketable, right? So that makes sense. Well, thank you very much. I gained a lot. Were the schools good in Soviet times? Was there a good system here?
I think I was a teacher during the Soviet time, and I can say that it depends, of course, about the headmasters and the schools, but there, during the Soviet times, there were a lot of regulations for teachers.
Right.
And how many subjects, how many hours, what you have to do, I think that now is teachers more free.
Right, and it's better because they have more freedom. Yeah.
They can decide what kind of methods or how to organize.
But in Soviet times, was there a high literacy rate?
Sorry?
High literacy. Most people were educated in the Soviet system.
Sorry, once more.
Okay. In the Soviet times, most people were educated. Like the system said you had to have education.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were, of course, because during some years we had compulsory to get general education. But now in Estonia, compulsory basic education.
Right.
And it means that, of course, a lot of people they were not able to get general education
Right.
level,
Mhm.
and now it is more free. Basic education is compulsory, and after that you can get different professions or general education or different learning ways, and people can select what kind of way they go on.
Last question, how important do you think culture plays into a good education system?
A lot.
A lot.
Yes, and maybe I add that a lot of people from different countries asked me why you all the people in Estonia can write, and it is during the last 500 years, and why it is in Estonia was possible, and and now and different researches shows that the level of education depends how educated is your mother. And Estonians in Estonia, where the first schools were for education system, where Estonia started to build, we were schools for all, in girls, for girls and for boys. A lot of countries only boys got their education and not girls. For example, in Uzbekistan. But in Estonia, we at first were different, separate schools for girls and schools for boys.
Right, but at least they were both getting educated.
Yes.
Uzbekistan is mostly what, Muslim? Would Uzbekistan be Muslim?
Yes.
So maybe that's why
Yeah.
there was a big separation.
It depends, and all the time the girls went to school.
Right.
The girls say were able to write. For example, my grandmother had only 3 classes, but she writes very well in Estonian. She knows German language,
Right.
not high education.
Right.
It is very, very important, because all the mother is with their children, and mother must be educated.
Sure. Well, thank you.
Reforms.
We're talking about vocational education in China.
In China.
Because I know they've been looking at other European countries.
Yes. And they ask a lot of questions, and I discussed there with different people, and they have conceptual plan for reforming the vocational education.
For vocational,
Yes.
yeah, the Chinese are very smart. They look at something, they study it, and then they scale it.
Yes, and I know that they have different experts from Germany who worked there, and it was very interesting that there were a lot of students, and they prepared their magister degree papers about the German system, and that such kinds of young people are ready for reforms. It was a very, very good idea.
Did they have good machines and infrastructure in the school?
Yes, in this school. But I think that it was only one school.
But maybe they were starting to plan for scaling.
They made the plan, and they prepared young people to do the reform.
Right.
Because the young people mentors were from Germany. Experts were from Europe.
So they brought in experts to work there to show them how to do it.
Yeah.